Doctor Who, The Greatest Show in the Galaxy, the 8th story of the 7th Doctor, is written by Stephen White and starring Sylvester McCoy and Sophie Aldred. So the character WizKid created as a parody of obsessive fans owing to the discovery of asbestos at the BBC, which led to the temporary closure of few television studios. The story nearly suffered the same thing as Sharda, that had been cancelled after the location works had been completed, but a tent was erected in the car park of BBC Elstree Centre where the crew completed all sequences previously scheduled for the studio. Model shots were originally created for the story to be used during part 1, but when the Doctor's TARDIS is infiltrated by the advertising drone, and they ended up not being used in the final programme, but still exist in the BBC archive on their original 35mm elements. Thus they were included on the DVD release as a bonus feature. I love the opening where the ringmaster raps "You ain't seen nothing yet."
There are lots of surprises for the family at the greatest show in the galaxy.
While the Doctor does a bit of a juggling in the TARDIS, Ace is struggling to find her Nitro 9, which are in the bag, and I love the fact that she's wearing Tom Baker's scarf. And I thought the satellite robot was pretty cool, even though it sends a junk mail.
Yes, it's festival time at the Psychic Circus, the greatest show in the galaxy, so why not come along?
So they both arrived in the planet Seganax. Meanwhile, Flower Child and Bellboy outruns the circus. As they're separated, there's a really sad scene where someone killed Flower Child, and poor Ace that she's having to eat the whole inside of pumpkin from the fruit market. The clowns hunt for Bellboy as the Doctor, Ace, Captain Cook, Mags look inside a bus. There's a cool looking robot inside. The Doctor destroyed it. After Bellboy gets dragged back into the circus, Mags and Captain Cook went there, alongside Nord. As the Bellboy gets punished, Mags screamed. The Doctor and Ace were outside. Ace heard the scream and wasn't sure if she wanted to go inside the tent, and the Doctor asks her to decide, which makes it an interesting cliffhanger. And it was so freaky the way the clown ran out and waved at the Doctor and Ace like this. As the circus was about to begin, apart from the strange family, the Doctor and Ace are the only audience, and the ringmaster raps about the show. It's definitely fun to watch.
And one thing's for sure, you're in for quite a surprise. But then nothing's quite as it seems to be at the greatest show in the galaxy.
Ace assumes the clown is a robot, plus clowns is one of her fears.
Are you a robot too?
No.
Pity.
So tell me where you found it.
I love the tent corridor. I thought that was pretty cool. While Ace tries to get away from the clowns, the Doctor was tricked into getting himself locked up in the cage with Captain Cook and Mags. So then Ace finds Bellboy, who's tied up, so she tries to help him, but then the clowns came in and gives the chase again. But then Ace gets locked up inside a workshop. So after the Doctor finished his juggling, he and Mags got out the cage and went to the edge of the deep well in the stone chamber, and it was mind-blowing cliffhanger where Captain Cook revealed to be a villain and telling the Doctor that he's the next one due on the ring. Sylvester McCoy is so good as the 7th Doctor. The second time I met him, where I cosplayed the 14th Doctor, which I admit I look ridiculous, I asked him what was his favourite story, and he said The Greatest Show in the Galaxy was his favourite, which I can definitely see why. It does look like a fun story to film, and he's definitely nice in person. I got an autograph from him on that day. Sophie Aldred is brilliant as Ace. Apparently Sophie was afraid of clowns just like Ace, and I can see that the acting is pretty genuine. T.P. McKenna plays Captain Cook, who is an intergalactic explorer. He does a great job. The role was originally intended for Ian McKellen. Jessica Martin plays Mags, who turns out to be a werewolf from the planet called Volpana. I really love that character. Jessica Martin reprised the role in Big Finish audio series as the 7th Doctor's companion.
Stay back!
I'll try and help you. And the others. The ones in the forest. Give them back what they've lost.
Pressure on the gate. He says there was a stranger asking for you late last night.
What?
He came to answer the call. He came from the stars.
son of your head woman. You'll be off a Christmas card list if you fire again.
My name is Varon. You have a problem with monsters, and I am quite the expert.
Doctor,
They're probably much more scared of us than we are of them.
I don't think that's actually true. Doctor? Doctor?
Alan Bond said it was his idea to have Mags return as a companion in the Big Finish Productions' monthly adventures because he had always felt that she was such an engaging character and that it felt unfair that she didn't go off with the Doctor in the TARDIS at the end. Plus, Jessica also voiced Queen Elizabeth II in Voyage of the Damned, the 2007 Christmas special. Rico Ross plays the Ringmaster, the host of the Psychic Circus. I find his rap entertaining. He gives off great performance. Danny John Jules and Clark Peters were considered for the role. Christopher Guard plays Bellboy, who runs away from circus. He built, repaired the robot clowns. He gives off great performance too. Chris Jury plays Kingpin, aka Deadbeat, one of the founding members of the Psychic Circus. He's pretty good. Gods of Ragnarok, that looks like stone statues, who made sentient beings suffer to entertain themselves, which is who the strange popcorn and ice cream eating family are. They composed of Father Ragnarok, Mother Ragnarok, and a little girl. I like the Gods of Ragnarok. I thought they're pretty interesting. Alan Warren, the director, voiced the third God of Ragnarok in Part 4. The Doctor comments to Father Ragnarok that the gods are not interested in beginnings, only in endings. The Gods of Ragnarok's name is from the Nordic Ragnarok, which is often misunderstood as the end of the world, or Armageddon. While an important part of Ragnarok is a climatic and cataclysmic battle, it ultimately ends with a renewed of the world as new and fertile. One translation of Ragnarok is the end of the gods. Thus, the Gods of Ragnarok are the gods of the end of the gods. They do get mentioned in the deleted scene from The Infinite Quest as one of the beings which rules the universe during dark times. Ian Reddington plays Chief Clown, the head clown of Psychic Circus. I thought he's pretty terrifying. The lipstick does look a bit like Jack Nicholson's Joker, which is cool. Plus, the Chief Clown appeared in Time Fracture, the 2021 stage play, which can be found in the Alien market, being played by Kieran Mortal and Sam Blythe. Plus, Ian Reddington reprised the role in the Big Finish audio, starting from the Psychic Circus.
You can't hide anymore. Time's running out.
Any more fares, please? Any more fares?
Big Finish. We love stories.
Forgive me, I'm only a clown.
Peggy Mount plays Stoll's lady, grouchy and not keen on people who she calls weirdos. She does a great job playing the character you love to hate. Gian Samako plays WizKid, who said he's the biggest fan of the Psychic Circus and had a big collection of souvenirs. However, he never actually seen them perform. I like him, he's canny. Daniel Peacock plays Nord, a violent and rude motorbike rider who auditioned for the Psychic Circus. I thought he's badass. Daniel Peacock in real life is the brother of Harry Peacock, who plays Proper Dave in Silence of the Library and Forest of the Dead two-parter. Deborah Manship plays Morgana, a fortune teller who also sold tickets at the entrance of the circus tent. She's great too. Dee Sadler plays Flower Child, a circus performer who escapes from the circus with Bellboy. She's brilliant too. Dean Hollingsworth plays the bus conductor, a robot. Like I said, he's a pretty cool robot. Dean previously played an android in Time Lash. The casts are phenomenal in their roles. The sets, action and effects are fantastic. The direction by Alan Waring and music by Mark Ayres are awesome. While Captain Cook and clowns arrive to take the Doctor to the circus ring for his performance, Ace is imprisoned, but she faces her fears to defeat the clowns. So then Bellboy reunites with Kingpin, realizing what he and the other circus performers have lost. There's a sad scene where Bellboy gets killed by robots. Doctor, Ace and Kingpin got to the pit with a mysterious eye, Kingpin shows them that the eye is connected to the mirrored eye medallion he wears, and it wasn't completed. Its eye sigil blocks an eyeball. The Doctor and Ace realise the missing part must have been what Flower Child died trying to retrieve from the abandoned bus. While Ace and Kingpin are sent to pick it up, the Doctor returns to the cage with Captain Cook and Mags in the show. As the light shines on Mags,
You really were extremely stupid this time, Doctor. I told you she was an unusual specimen.
there's a cliffhanger where she transforms into a werewolf. As the Doctor tries to help Mags, eventually she attacks Captain Cook. That was a terrifying scene. There's an awesome scene where Ace uses the robot to fight against the clowns, and also when she pressed the button of the bus driver robot and exploded. And there's an iconic scene where the Doctor goes to the arena and shows off his magic tricks in front of the gods of Ragnarok.
Anyway, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Sylvester McCoy was taught in the magic tricks by Jeffrey Durham, who used to be called the Great Soprendo. Ace, Kingpin and Mags got to the pit. Kingpin can't bring himself to use the medallion, but as God's animated Cook got the medallion, Ace rushes him and knocks him into the pit. Cook tries to catch it and falls down to the pit. After Gods try to kill the Doctor, he uses a medallion to deflect their weapons, which destroy the circus. In the end, Mags and Kingpin plan to travel galaxy together and inviting the Doctor and Ace, but they've got galaxies of their own to travel. This is a fantastic story. I really enjoyed The Greatest Show in the Galaxy. What did you think of The Greatest Show in the Galaxy and Season 25? Let me know in the comments down below. On 4th of July 2024, as Season 25 joins the Blu-ray collection was announced. Not only it does have surround sounds behind the sofas and in conversations, there's also new effects and extended cuts for every stories, including where the city was added for the Happiness Patrol. Thanks for watching, people, and I'll see you in the next video.
And one thing's for sure, you're in for quite a surprise. But then nothing's quite as it seems to be at the greatest show in the galaxy.